Okay, news just coming in from the cricketing world from the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, the first ever test match from this trophy this season in Nagpur. Well, India won by an innings and 32 runs, and of course that was jubilant in the Indian camp with the captains now coming in from Rohit Sharma, and of course the spotlight was obviously on Ravichandran Ashwin, his 31st 5-wicket haul in a test match. And but again, we have another story that's hitting the headlines right after India's innings win and 132 runs win. Ravindra Jadeja was fined 25% of his match fee, was awarded one demerit point for applying cream on his finger in a first test versus Australia in Nagpur. I tried to catch up with a very well-known cricket journalist, Mr. Chandrasekhar Luthra. Let's find out what he has to say about the very first test that was, that was in the spotlight. Not just because of India's win, also because of Ravindra Jadeja's, getting a demerit point and 25% match money being deducted. Let's find out what he has to say.
Mr. Luthra, thank you so much for connecting to the Sentinel Digital. What a great win for India. What a start. How would you react to today's performance of the Indian team?
Yes, certainly a great victory for India. But the point is, whether Australians were really ready for this kind of tough series in India. Before the series, when everybody was talking about how many practice games they are going to have on Indian wickets. Obviously, we got a news from Australia. They don't want to play any practice matches because they were so confident that they have been practicing on their own pitches with the spinners, from the different their parts, and they were getting ready. But obviously, after seeing this reaction, losing a match like opening match with innings and 100 odd runs, that says a lot about their preparation. How faulty was, and somebody has to take this debacle, because somebody has to understand, especially the captain and the coach, that these Indian pitches are not that easy to play on, and they all understand this. David Warner, Stephen Smith, they have all told previously, and they have seen how difficult it was to, obviously not just playing against India, but also to adapt to these conditions.
Absolutely.
These are difficult conditions. These are difficult pitches. And all our bowlers, especially Jadeja or Ashwin, they are world-class bowlers, whether you like it or not. But the point is, on their home turfs, they are no less than any other bowler in the world.
Yes, and Ravichandran Ashwin, he has come up with another, 5-wicket haul on a test match. He seemed to be unstoppable.
He's a very underrated bowler by Indian think tank, I would say. Because Ravichandran Ashwin, I always believe he's a thinking cricketer. He's one cricketer. I always believe that if you give him some leadership kind of role, which he got in IPL, which is not his forte, But otherwise, if you give him a leadership role, he would have been excelled in his role. But unfortunately, that's not the thing. But overall, he has been underrated by Indian think tank rather than the foreign teams. He's one bowler who is difficult to be read there, and he's the one who has that carom ball also, and which is a wicket taking delivery. And every time you see him bowling, you face him as an opponent. I think even I have spoken to so many foreign players, in last 10 years or so, they always find it difficult to pick his that carom ball.
And Rohit Sharma obviously coming up with his ton. So, the opening for this very first test was, very positive.
I think lucky one also, because he was under tremendous pressure before this. He was not the one who was scoring, especially in the longer format.
Absolutely.
But yes, if you are a captain, and look at Virat as captain, he was a successful captain because he was leading from the front as a batsman.
Yeah.
So I think Rohit has to accept this challenge, and good for him that he has scored a century in not in that easy circumstances.
Absolutely. A captain Snock and Ravichandran Ashwin's 5-wicket haul along with Ravindra Jadeja picking up 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Luthra, for
Thank you.
giving us your analysis, and we hope you'll connect with us again on the Sentinel Digital. Thank you so much for connecting.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.